Now, what we want to take a look at is the portion of the Sheikh when he deals with the introduction. He's talking about from the most remarkable of wonders and from the greatest of signs that indicate the ability of the triumphant king are six principles that Allah has clarified with a has made clear with a overt and manifest elucidation or clarification, right? So we want to take a look at that particular statement, and we know that this statement is directly related to the statement of Allah when he says, وَنَزَّلْنَا عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ تِبْيَانًا لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ تِبْيَانًا لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً وَبُشْرَى لِلْمُسْلِمِينَ. This is a statement of Allah in Surah An-Nahl, Ayah 89, and we have sent down to you the book, making or clarifying all things, a guidance and mercy and glad tidings for those that surrender or submit themselves willfully. Those that surrender or submit themselves willfully. Sheikh Abdul Rahman ibn Nasr al-Sa'adi, he states, as it relates to Allah making all things, everything clear, he states, as pertains, Sheikh Nasr al-Sa'adi, fi usul al-din wa furu'ihi, as pertains to the fundamentals of the deen and the affairs that are subsequent to that. Wa fi ahkam ad-darrain, and as it relates to the rulings and or judgments as pertains to the two abodes, the abode as it pertains to the two abodes, meaning the rulings or judgments that are directly connected to one's dunya and from for instance, business transactions and how to properly clean oneself and things of that nature, basic etiquettes with others and that's what and so on, and that which is directly connected to the akhirah, yani rulings that if followed will aid a person in being brought closer to success in the next life. And it continues, وَكُلُّ مَا يَحْتَاجُ إِلَيْهِ الْعِبَادِ فَهُوَ مُبَيَّنٌ فِيهِ أَتَمُّ التَّبْيِينِ بِأَلْفَاظٍ وَاضِحَةٍ وَمَعَانٍ جَلِيَّةٍ. So he states, and all of what the servant stands in need of, then it is made explicitly clear therein, yani in the Quran. And it is from the most complete of clarifications by way of yani very clear and concise expressions and plain and obvious meanings. Plain and obvious meanings. So whatever the servant is in need of, that helps him, that assists him in being brought closer to Allah wa ta'ala, regardless if it's connected to affairs of the dunya or affairs of the akhirah, then the Quran has made these things explicitly clear. And these six principles that Sheikh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab at-Tamimi al-Najdi, that which he brings in his book, and these six fundamentals are from those things that are made that Allah made explicitly clear within his legislation, so clear that it is comprehended by the common folk and the student of knowledge, as a Sheikh Muhammad ibn Salih pointed out previously. It is very clear to both of these types of people. And for this reason, when looking at this, then there is no doubt that the servant should reflect on uh, that which is mentioned within the Book of Allah. That a person should reflect. If the Book of Allah if it's gold in clarifying these matters, if it's gold for the servant is ultimately success and well-being as it relates to his affairs of the dunya and his affairs of the akhirah, it is important or incumbent upon the servant to give some type of importance and have some type of concern as it relates to these affairs. And so an individual should be reflecting off of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala's book. A person should be reflecting and contemplating that which is in his book in order for him or her to acquire or to achieve the goal that is found within the book as it pertains to human beings, the goal of being successful in this life and in the next, being in good standing with Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala when one returns to Him, meriting the being saved from the punishment from Allah's punishment, meriting being entered into the paradise, and thus forth and so on, and thus forth and so on.